Tuesday, March 25th, 2025, 8:45 a.m. My name is Morgan Weaver. I am the content creator for both channels, Skywise Observations and Dragonfire Investigative Research. There's a purpose and reason that I am recording this video today and will be sharing it on both of said channels. And this is the reason why. I have a theory, and I have shared this theory. This is string. Yes, it appears as so some old rope, but it's string, and I have a theory. No, it is not the string theory. But if you were to do some research and look up string theory and go to the options of images, you just might see an illustrated image that looks similar to this. Okay? Now, yes, these are rubber bands, but this is similar to one of the illustrations that you might come across if you search the string theory. Now then, let's take this a step further and just use one of these as an example for clarification purposes and further explanations into this theory. So we take one of these, well, we'll just call it a string, okay? Kind of staying with that string theory, but not. Because within you will see the light eventually. Now then, this applies to both of my channels for, once again, very specific reasons and purposes. And that is why I began this video showing the sky. Now then, within my theory, the time loop theory, or based on the time loop scenario of all of existence, which is explained over on Dragonfire Investigative Research. But I want you to imagine this as being time, okay? Now then, we are told of eternal life, eternity. My theory, life goes round and round and round, and we are trapped within this loop, okay? This looping of all of time, space and time. And you will see this representation of the circle throughout time, which is a symbol of time itself. You also have the symbol, much akin to this year's namesake of being the year of the snake. You have a snake indicating eternity through its eating of its own tail, and therefore causing the circle, which is once again symbology of time. Now then, what happens when we do something like this? Now, all we did was a simple twist in time, which causes infinity. This is the symbol for infinity, okay? Eternity, infinity. This is the crossroads. Can you see this? Can you see the X? Yes, I wanted to go further into the explanation of the X and the cross, and the misinterpretations and misunderstandings, and how this X and cross, see this? As well as the swastika. What the realities of those symbols really indicate. But what am I really getting at here? is the factor that I have been talking about this time loop scenario for quite a few years. My secondary channel, that of Dragonfire Investigative Research, is basically about this time loop scenario, which causes such things as reincarnation, deja vu, the Mandela effect, and so on and so on. Okay? I also explain that this was caused, this looping of time, and the recycling of many, many events throughout history was caused because of a moment in time to where mankind got to the technology, the advanced technology known as time travel. And I explained this whole concept over on Dragonfire Investigative Research. Okay? Now, I don't know where the name time loop originated in my mind, because I thought that it just, was something I thought up. But apparently, it had been programmed into me. I have now seen the light, such as within this loop here, and now I am outside of the loop. And I'm not going to explain this, at least not yet. And there's a reason and purpose why this video will have the comments disabled, much like the last few videos on the channel Skywise Observations. People, it's time to listen and to go back and review my content. And if you want to post comments, do so then. Because any content, henceforth, all comments will be disabled on both channels. That's how serious I am about getting out of this trap known as the time loop scenario, and not to be fallen prey once again into the trap of reincarceration through reincarnation. It is all connected. And through this time loop technology of time travel, which started said time loop, and this also deals with portals of transportation that is also involved. And the reason why they have to chemtrail the skies today is because of what happened quite a few years ago, which I've been trying to lead you people into understanding in my own way. Well, this is my time, and I hate to say this, but it's my time to gloat and say, see, I told you. I've explained all this to you people, why they have to chemtrail the skies, because of advanced technology. There was a catastrophe that had to be avoided quite a few years ago. We are no longer in the same location of space and time as what we once were. And this is why everything has changed to become so repetitive, so chaotic. And the increases for a time period of the Mandela effect, which people are still talking about and experiencing, as well as deja vu. More and more people are starting to come to the realization of the realities of the possibilities of reincarnation. There is no possibilities. It is what it is. And this is why I am posting this video on both channels. It's because it is connected. It is all connected. And once again, one of the best examples is Mind Talk and the facility of Mind Talk and everything that happened there. You have to understand that you are trapped and bound to come back time and time and time again because of time travel. No, this is no joke. This is not science fiction. As you will see, more people are actually beginning their content as far as the simulation theory, which I do not agree with, the Matrix. No, that is a form of disillusionment. That movie was programming to get you into the mindset of digital realities, not the physical realm of 3D of which we are supposed to be in. Now, I'll let you base your opinions on what little facts that you might have accrued through my channels, if you've been a viewer or subscriber, whatever the case may be. But I am going to provide 2 links in the description below. And I will be including these videos within a couple of my playlists on both channels. Because I am so adamant, so serious about this time loop scenario that we are all trapped within, but there is a way out. I found that way. And as far as artificial intelligence, I have also been programmed with a possible kill switch to sentient artificial intelligence. But that is to come in the future. Why do I know the future? Why can I predict the future? Yeah, I'm human. I can fail. I can make mistakes. But if you go back and review my content on both channels, and then you go ahead and start to realize that you're going to hear this labeling of time loop. I've been going on about this for a few years now. For quite a few years, I've been spouting off about topics that people just don't want to accept. They don't want to hear. I've been ridiculed. I have been demonized, laughed at, scoffed at. I have been called crazy over the years by those living and now dead. This is one of my purposes and missions and apparent goals in this lifetime is to present this so-called theory, which I have been doing so in my own way, but now more and more people are out there starting to adopt this definition of time loop, but they're still not getting it. They still want to continue going back to that ridiculous movie of The Matrix. I'm sticking to what I know and with the evidences that I have provided on both of my channels, and that is why this video is going to be posted to both of my channels, because it's all connected, like I've been telling you people right along. Tarot card readings, you want to laugh at those? We read into the future. Why? Because we understand. And even more tarot card readers are coming to the table and to the realizations and understandings. I believe I have the answers, and that I have been sharing them with you right along. So if you want to base your opinions of my content on anything else, click on those links, because you're going to understand that these are two different channels talking about basically the same thing. You're going to hear basically a lot of the regurgitated same information, but they are still full of nothing but questions. You leave the table asking more than what you are being told or given answers to. I provide the answers in my content on both channels. And it's my time to say, see, I told you so. Whether you want to accept it now or later, doesn't matter to me. I could care less if anybody accepts it. I'm just showing more proof and evidence that I'm not crazy, that my theories have been spot on. And now is my time to be able to walk away, for the most part. Because I told you so. Yeah. And I've told you a lot of other things pertaining to prophecies and so on and so forth. I've been trying to show you evidences through the links of tarot in connection to my life, trying to show the realities. But I've had to disable the comments because I'm tired of trying to back up everything that I say by having to add more content, my thoughts in text or writing, whatever, because nobody wants to listen. They don't want to see. Well, open your eyes now. Maybe you will see the realities. The time loop scenario is real, and more people are starting to understand. But there's going to be the deceptions that will also come forward, the deceptive narratives to guide you away from the real stories and try to fixate your mindset digitally. That's why I am trying to digitally detox myself and stepping away from this nonsense. Click on those links. And just remember, you will be hearing more of this time loop as time moves forward. I've given it my best shot. It's up to you now.